Every Christian youth must ask himself a soul-searching question. What will I do with my life? Much like Christian youth today, a young man named Timothy was faced with the decision about what to do with his life. Timothy lived in the 1st century. His home was evidently a town called Lystra in the Roman province of Galatia. Timothy's godly mother Eunice and believing grandmother Lois raised him to love and serve Jehovah. However, Timothy's father was an unbeliever, and as such would likely have promoted the goals offered by the Roman world. Like young ones today, Timothy would undoubtedly have been subjected to the influence of instructors who would promote worldly philosophy. What would he do with his life? A significant event in Timothy's life was the visit of the Apostle Paul. In time, Lois, Eunice, and Timothy all became Christians. Little did Timothy realize how profound an influence Paul would have on his life. By the time Paul returned to Lystra, Timothy had grown into a well-respected young man. Paul chose him to be his traveling companion. Timothy greatly benefited from Paul's training. In time, Timothy himself qualified to serve as a traveling overseer. After years of association together, Paul and Timothy were separated. Paul had been arrested and sentenced to death. Before his execution, Paul wrote Timothy a final letter. By the time Timothy received it, Paul may already have been executed. His final admonition to Timothy: keep your senses in all things. Do the work of an evangelizer. Fully accomplish your ministry. Like young Timothy, Christian youths today face a choice: whether to use their lives in vain pursuits or in the service of Jehovah.
Well, I always loved to run. I guess it started when I was little. I'd race all the kids in the neighborhood. When I got older, I'd run just to clear my mind. Running just seemed to come natural to me. In high school, running on the track team became the most important thing in my life. But in the spring of my junior year, some things were happening that took my mind off my game.
Go! Go! Wake up, Andre!
My mother and grandmother had become Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't baptized yet, but I knew it was the truth. The more I learned about the truth, the more I questioned how important running should be in my life.
Andre, everything okay?
Yeah, good. Everything's great.
Fell asleep at the wheel back there. Lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I expect a lot more from my star sprinter. You seem distracted. It's not about me pulling you from the winter invitational, is it?
No, Coach, that's
You know
ancient
how
history.
strict the school is about letting students compete with an injury. Insurance, liability.
Coach, that's not it, really. Look, I did zone out, but it won't happen again, I promise.
That's what I wanted to hear, Andre. Thursday, after school, we'll do some extra work on that blind pass.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man, rain check, Coach. Sorry, I got my meeting.
Meeting? Andre, we've got an invitational next week and the divisional in 3 weeks. And besides, you've missed them before.
I know, but this is different. I have an assignment. I'm giving a talk.
A talk. Last time it was something else.
No, Coach, this is important to me.
Look, your religion is your business, but this team is mine. If you want to run, I need 100%. I need you to focus. Something you've had real trouble with lately. Look, Andre, if you win the divisional meet, you'll go to state. There'll be a dozen college scouts with big fat scholarships lined up to meet you.
Coach, you know I want to win,
Here's your
but...
chance to prove to yourself that you've got what it takes. Your teammates are counting on you, Andre. Look, you do your thing Thursday night if it's that important to you. But you're mine after that. Got it?
Got it.
Now hit the showers.
Sure thing, Coach. Coach Clark knew how badly I wanted to win. And he was right. I was distracted. That week, I was giving my first talk on the Theocratic Ministry School. I'd known about it for a while, but I had been so busy with track practice, I hadn't even started on it. As a shadow of the good things to come, but not the very substance of the things. Men can never with the same sacrifice. With only a couple of days left, the pressure was on to get it done. Even so, I was having trouble focusing on that too.
Yo, Dre. I was wondering where you were.
Oh, hey, Berto.
Man, you're becoming a regular monk or something.
Just doing some reading, that's all.
Maybe you should do some reading on how to take off when I hit my mark.
Like you never messed up? Besides, I made up the lost time.
Come on, man. It's like your head's not in the game anymore. Ever since you started hanging out at that church.
Kingdom Hall.
Whatever. It's like you've been going through changes or something. I mean, when's the last time we just hung out? You always got some lame excuse.
Look, everything's okay between you and me, really. I just got a lot going on, that's all. Berto, trust me. We're gonna win.
We better. For 2 good reasons. Reason number 1, college scholarships. You need it, and you know I need it.
What's reason number 2?
Our pictures on the cereal box.
After we win the gold at the Olympics, right?
Got that right. After the Olympics.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Grandma. Chicken looks great, Mom.
Andre, don't you owe me an explanation?
I'm sorry, Mom. Practice just ran late.
Again?
Well, like Dad says, practice makes perfect.
Do they have to work you so hard? You barely have time for anything else.
Like that talk you had this week.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Will.
Hi, honey.
Hey, son. Hey, Grandma. Hey, hon.
How was work?
Not one of my better days. My new website kept crashing.
Dad, we worked on that blind pass today. It needs a little work, but I think we're real close. Oh, and the 100-meter sprint? They may as well give me the trophy now.
Oh, that sounds great, son.
Yeah, Coach Clark is a little worried, but I think if we can ace the Invitational next week, then a divisional in 3 weeks is in the bag.
Oh, divisional in 3 weeks. Andre, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna be out of town with some investors that week.
Oh, no big deal, Dad.
I know you're disappointed. I'm gonna make it up to you. I know how hard you trained for this.
Maybe a little too much training.
How's that?
Well, I think it's too much for him. He hardly has time to eat, and I know that it's affecting his grades.
My grades are okay.
Okay. Andre, okay isn't good enough. Once you're in the business world, you have to be better than everyone else, or you'll get eaten alive.
Dad, I just got a lot going on, that's all. Practice, tests, and all that.
Let's see. Practice, tests. Aren't you leaving something out? What about all the time you spend going to those meetings?
But you said it was okay for me to go.
If
it didn't interfere with school.
Right.
Honey, I don't think that going to the Kingdom Hall is the problem.
No, Dad, it's just that Coach Clark has stepped up our training.
Andre, if you try to do it all, something's going to suffer. You're going to have to start being more responsible, son.
Will, this Thursday, Andre's going to do something very responsible. He's going to give a talk in front of 100 people at our congregation.
Well, I don't see how that's going to help him do better in school. Or anywhere else, for that matter.
Well, he's learning how to communicate, to teach. These are skills that can help Andre in whatever he chooses to do.
Honey, why don't you come to his talk and see for yourself?
Yeah, Dad, you don't have to stay for the whole meeting.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. We all had an understanding, right? This is not my religion, it's yours. No offense, son. I will not go to the Kingdom Hall. Not now, not ever. Understand?
Honey, I just thought that
Now,
it'd
if you
be
don't
good
mind, I would like to finish my dinner in peace.
Andre, honey, can I come in?
Oh, hi, Mom. Sure, come on in.
I brought you something.
Thanks, Mom.
Looks like you're working on your talk.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Andre, your dad loves you very much. He's had a hard time out there, and he doesn't want you to have the same struggles or make the same mistakes. Neither do I. But your grandmom and I, we have another concern. I know your dad supports your running, and I'm trying not to interfere. I don't want anything to become more important than your relationship with Jehovah.
Can I love running and Jehovah?
Do you remember what Jesus said? You cannot slave for two masters. You'll end up loving one and hating the other. Son, I know with Jehovah's help, you will make the right decision.
Well, I better get this talk finished.
I know you'll do a good job, honey.
And if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. Now we are not the sort that shrink back to destruction, but the sort that have faith to the preserving alive of the soul. Christians are runners. Runners in the race for life. We must have endurance to finish that race. Runners in a long-distance race often eat a lot of carbohydrates the night before. Like a long-distance runner, we can build up a reserve of spiritual strength by feeding on spiritual food. This will help us to run the race with endurance and to gain the prize of everlasting life.
And again, great job on your talk tonight.
Hey, we're looking forward to your next one.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Good evening, Andre.
Oh, hello, Brother Fleisig.
That was your first talk. A real milestone. You did an excellent job.
Thanks, Brother Fleisig.
Your illustration about eating carbohydrate. Very effective.
Well, I guess talking about running comes pretty easy to me.
So I've heard, you know, I was into sports myself when I was young.
You were?
Don't let this cane fool you, young man. When I was your age, I had dreams of swimming in the Olympics.
Really? I never knew that.
Perhaps someday I will tell you about it. Say, I was wondering, do you know of an energetic young man who could help me with a small project around the house?
Sure, Brother Fleisig, I'd be happy to help. I could come by Saturday after practice.
Wunderbar. I'm looking forward
Now, I knew
to
that Brother
seeing you
Fleisig
again.
had been an elder for years, and he had even been a circuit overseer. So I was a little nervous. I actually thought about canceling. But I decided to keep my word and help him out that day. I'm glad that I did.
Okay, you two, it's getting late. Come on inside. I just made a fresh pitcher of lemonade. You know you have to take your medicine.
Ah, medicine is for sick people. I've never felt better in my life.
You know better. You really push yourself too hard sometimes.
I don't pay you to lecture me.
You don't pay me at all, Dad. Now, take your medicine, please. I have to get home. Jack and I have that new Bible study tonight.
Bist du jetzt zufrieden?
Danke, Papi. Now, you two enjoy yourselves. Don't let him keep you too late, Andre.
Bye, Sister Sanders.
Andre, when I heard you talk the other night, I thought to myself, this young man has potential. Excellent illustrations. By the way, did you use the index when you researched your talk?
What index?
Ah, the index is like a map to hidden treasures. You just have to know how to use that map. Can you see that dark red book over there?
This one here?
Yes, please. Have a seat. The light, please. This is a Watchtower Publication Index. In it, you find different subjects in alphabetical order. Let's say, for example, that you want information on endurance. Do you see all the subheadings under endurance?
Yeah, lots. Adversity, cultivating, David, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, modern-day witnesses.
Now, under each subheading, you see a list of references. Now, to find out what these abbreviations mean, you just turn to the front of the index And here you have them. And you know, there's another interesting feature. For example, you read a Bible text and you want to know what is the meaning of it.
We had a race with a local school that week, and the divisional meet was getting closer. So the coach was really stepping up the pressure.
All right, back kicks. All right, a little quicker there, Andre. Stick. A little sloppy there, Baker and Jones. All right, reset. Stretch is over, on your feet.
Here you go. Some more paint, my friend.
Thank you.
By the way, I didn't see you at the meeting on Thursday night. I was concerned you had taken sick.
Oh, no. It's because the divisional meet is just 2 weeks away. The coach is really pushing us hard.
It takes a lot to be a winner, doesn't it? How far do you think you'll go with your running?
I've always dreamed of running in the Olympics, but I don't know if I'm good enough for that. I'll probably get a scholarship to a good university, get a good job. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Ah, education. A good job. It's wise to think about these things. What sort of spiritual goals do you have?
Oh, you mean like getting baptized? I definitely plan on doing that, when I'm ready.
Ah, excellent. Baptism opens the door to a life of service to Jehovah. Have you ever thought about the many opportunities open for a young man like you? Bethel service, pioneering, ministerial training school?
Me? I don't know if I'm cut out for any of that, Brother Fleissig. It's not a requirement, is it?
Requirement? No. But Jehovah does require that we give him our best.
Well, how do you know what your best is?
The coach says you are the best runner on the team. Why does he think that?
I knows I'm fast, because I work really hard at it. I take it very seriously.
Ah, now, suppose you start missing practice. You are distracted by other things. The day of the big race comes, and you finish in last place. How would the coach feel then?
He would not be happy.
And why?
Well, he knows what I can do, what I'm capable of. I guess he'd know I wasn't giving it my best. Coach, you want to see me?
Hey, Andre. Come on in, son.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine. It's an old injury acting up again, that's all.
How'd it happen?
My junior year in college. I was practicing for the conference finals. I was coming around the curve and my knee goes out. I go down like a sack of potatoes.
So you didn't get to run in the finals?
Oh, I got to run all right. I got some real strong painkiller. A lot of guys use that stuff.
Wish I had that for the Winter Invitational.
Yeah, right. As soon as the school found out I let you run with an injury, I'd be out of a job. Anyway, stuff worked all right. I won the race.
But your leg got messed up.
A couple surgeries. Painkiller from time to time. But I tell you what, Dempster, I don't regret it a bit. I finally got to taste what being a winner is all about.
Coach, I know why you wanted to see me.
Because your performance today was less than stellar?
Something like that.
No, that's not why. Go and have a seat. Andre, I've known you for almost 3 years now. Probably spent more time with you than with my own kids. You're one of my best runners, hands down. If there's anyone on this team that's got what it takes to be a winner, it's you. This isn't about some little high school race. It's about your future. Son, you have a gift. A God-given gift. Don't waste it. Listen to your heart. Be what you know you can be. A winner.
Sure thing, Coach.
All right, go on home and get some rest. And Andre, try not to hurt yourself this time, partner.
So, Andre, is the coach still working you very hard?
Oh, yeah. But we never win otherwise.
Winning means a lot to you, doesn't it?
The rush across in the finish line? Winning the trophy? I guess it's hard to explain.
Ah, the finishing touch. Willkommen. Welcome. Andre, do you remember how I told you that I used to swim? I haven't looked at these for years. Ah, here it is.
Brother Flexig, is that you?
Not bad, is it? I loved swimming. My dream was to swim in the Olympics, and my coaches told me I had the talent.
So why didn't you?
My goal seemed right within my grasp. Then one day...
The witnesses.
I loved what I was learning. I knew it was the truth. At first, I tried very hard to be dedicated to Jehovah as well as to my sport.
Were you able to?
I missed many meetings. I realized the truthfulness of Jesus' word. You cannot slave for two masters. So, I took a stand for Jehovah and resigned from my swim team. It was a good thing that I did.
Why is that?
Andre, the world went to war. The Olympics were cancelled. Many of my former teammates joined Hitler's army. I shudder to think that I might have joined them.
No way you would have done that, Brother Fleissig.
Millions did put faith in Hitler's promises. But only because I was active in the truth, I was not deceived. Like so many of our brothers, I was arrested and thrown into the concentration camp. Many of our brothers lost their lives. It was only with Jehovah's help I endured. But in spite of everything, I was happy.
Happy? How could you be happy?
Happiness does not come from possession of worldly success. Happiness comes from knowing you are pleasing Jehovah. In the camp, we had the opportunity to prove our love for Jehovah, and we learned to trust Him absolutely. That made us happy. Let me show you something. In the camp, I had these. When I was your age, I wanted many things. Fame, money, how do you call it? The good life? In the camp, that meant nothing. But this bowl meant something. With it, I could eat and live. Ever so often, I take it out as a reminder.
A reminder of what?
That when we put Jehovah first, we don't need many material things. All we really need is our spoon and bowl. After I was released from the camp, I decided to serve Jehovah in the full-time service. Eventually, I married my dear wife, Gisela. We had a wonderful life together in Jehovah's service. Together, we served as pioneers, then in the circuit work, and in raising our daughter Joy. Andre, do you see all these people with my wife and myself?
Yeah, who are they?
These are just some of the people we helped come into the truth. No trophy could have brought me so much joy.
But what if the war hadn't come, Brother Fleissig? Do you think you might have regretted giving up your dreams?
Dad, I'll be right in with your medicine.
Okay, darling. Andre, when you get home, look up Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. I think that will answer your question.
Why, for that matter, I do indeed also consider all things to be loss, on account of the excelling value of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord. On account of him I have taken the loss of all things, and I consider them as a lot of refuse. Grandmom, what do you think Brother Fleissig meant?
Well, the Apostle Paul said he'd taken the loss of all things. What do you think he meant?
All the things he gave up.
Right. Paul was a well-educated man. He could have become rich and famous. But once he learned the truth about the Christ, he gave all that up. Read the last part of that verse again.
And I consider them as a lot of refuse. Refuse like garbage.
So, Paul realized that in the long run, all the things he gave up were nothing but garbage. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Grandma, is it wrong for me to want to become a track star?
Is it wrong? It comes down to the price you're willing to pay.
What do you mean?
Remember how Satan offered Jesus all the kingdoms of the world? What did Satan want in return?
He wanted Jesus to worship him.
If you want to be a star in Satan's world, don't you think he's going to want something from you?
We have that passed down or what?
Poetry in motion, my man. That trophy's in the bag. I'll just have to run a little bit faster to make up for your lost time.
What? I can whip you any day.
In your dreams.
Ooh, Team Anchorman, Coach's pet, big star. I'll take you any day. Here to the other end of the line.
Nah, Berto.
That's what I thought.
Come on, we just showered now?
No, I understand. Now I want to get whipped in front of these girls. Not good for your rep.
Roberto.
What?
Go.
You okay?
Coach is gonna kill me.
This ain't good. Come on. Let's see if I can get you up. Jay, maybe you tore something, man. Probably same as last time.
Oh, hey, man, this ain't funny. How am I gonna run tomorrow? I can't believe this.
Stay calm. Stay calm. You just need a shot. You know painkillers. The pros use it all the time.
No, man, forget it. If anyone found out the coach would get in trouble.
The school don't have to know. Nobody does. I know just what you need.
Man, I don't know about that. No, Berto, forget it.
Look, man. Do you really want to watch another meet from the sidelines? Huh? Besides, without you, our team is sunk. I'm sunk. Now ain't the time to get righteous on me, Andre. Bro, come on. You're not breaking no law. Just some dumb rule. Let's go before coach sees you like this. And trust me, it'll be okay.
This will be the last call for the boys' 100-meter finals. Please report to the starter at the north end of the track.
Dre, I'm trying to tell you, they cannot stop the true blue wildcat. They tried to, but we did it, bro.
Okay, boys, listen up. Let's gather around.
See, I told you that stuff would work. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
You boys made me proud today. Look at this beauty. You mind this? Every time a student walks by the trophy case, he's going to see this. Whoa. Have to be careful, though. We can't rest on our laurels and our accomplishments. Next, there's the state championships. And for some of you, it doesn't have to stop there. So what I need is more focus, more commitment, and more dedication. Sure, it'll require some hard work, some sacrifice, but it's worth it, isn't it? Yeah! Question is, are y'all up to the challenge? Yeah! I said, are y'all up to the challenge? Yeah! Who's number one? We're number one! 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 We're number one!
If you want to be a star in Satan's world, don't you think he's going to want something from you?
But I'm just afraid that running is slowing you down spiritually.
No trophy could have brought me so much joy.
Ma? Oh, there you are.
All right, I'll tell him.
I'll be back in a little while. I gotta see Brother Fleissig.
Okay, sure. Bye-bye.
Is everything all right? Mom, what's wrong?
Andre, that was Joy. Brother Fleissig, he died this afternoon.
No.
I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry.
How are you doing, Andre?
I wish I could see him just one more time. I really needed to talk to him.
I want you to know Dad really cared about you, Andre. And he left this for you. It's something he wanted you to have.
My dear friend Andre, I want you to have this little memento of our times together. I hope that you will always remember the lesson it taught me. I have been sick for some time, and I am afraid that soon this tired heart of mine will stop, and we will not be having our little talks anymore. That makes me very sad. But I do not want you to mourn, Andre. Rejoice that I have run the race to the finish. My young friend, I do not know what you will do with the precious life Jehovah has given you. I can only say that unless you use it to serve Jehovah, you will always feel empty. Use your life to serve Him, and you will have joy and happiness.
Remember, the blessing of Jehovah, that is what makes rich, and He adds no pain with it. I'm confident, Andre, that you will enjoy a wonderful life in Jehovah's service. Your friend eternally, Walter Fleissig.
That is quite a letter, Brother Dempster. How did this affect you?
Well, I began to really think about my future, what I should do with my life. So step by step, I began rearranging my priorities.
Please tell everyone here what that involved.
Well, for starters, I had to quit the track team.
Was that hard for you?
Yes, it was. I loved running, but the pressure to win was very powerful. And I could see that the deeper I got into sports, the more compromises I might have to make. But most importantly, it would interfere with my new spiritual goals.
What kind of spiritual goals did you set?
At first, the basics: personal Bible study, praying, getting to the meetings, all the meetings, and eventually getting baptized. Then my next goal was to enter the full-time ministry. I've been pioneering for 4 years now.
Looking back, Brother Dempster, do you have any regrets over the sacrifices that you have made?
Absolutely not. Just knowing I'm pleasing Jehovah, helping people study the Bible, and encouraging them to set spiritual goals, there's nothing like it, Brother Taylor.
Now, I've been told that another one of your goals will soon be reached. Is that true?
That's right. Last week, I received my invitation to attend the next class of the Ministerial Training School.
Thank you very much, Brother Dempster. And wouldn't we like to thank all of our young pioneers for those encouraging interviews?
I guess you could say I've been blessed. I've had a mother and grandmother who always encouraged me to pursue spiritual goals, and a father who has begun to show an interest in the truth. But Jehovah has also blessed me in another way, with a very special friendship. Brother Fleissig helped me to discover something that changed my life. That I had something to offer Jehovah, more than I realized. Every so often, I wonder what my life would be if I had pursued other things. Would I have more money? Be famous? Maybe. But then I remember the words of a dear old friend. Unless you use your life to serve Jehovah, you will always feel empty. Well, I don't feel empty. I feel fulfilled, happy, with more blessings than I could count. Oh, and I'm still running, but in a different race, the race for life. That's a race I plan to keep on running in. And with Jehovah's help, it's a race I intend to win.